Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to Walk with Shay, and today we've got another video. Behind me, I am in front of London's iconic National History Museum. Now you're wondering, why am I here and so on? Well, London has a very strong variety of museums and sites to see, and this is one of them here. We're going to go inside, have a look, see what's around, and yeah, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Once we go inside, you're going to see a variety of exhibitions showcasing a variety of things, including things such as dinosaurs, archaeology, volcanoes and a variety of other things as well. The site that we're on is actually next to the Science Museum. So there's two museums here on site and they're all in the area of South Kensington. So I'm going to show you a bits and bobs. The museum is broken down into what we call zones. So red zone, blue zone, etc. Let's go and have a look. Walk with me. Let's go. So guys, when you come into the main hall itself, the first thing you'll notice is this ginormous structure in front of me. This hall is called the Heinz Hall, I believe, and this is like some kind of dinosaur. It is absolutely huge. I don't think the actual size does it justice. It's absolutely huge. But if this is actually drawn to scale, then we can kind of see how big these actual dinosaurs were. It's literally right inside of the main hall. This dinosaur here in front of me was discovered in 1914 in the Isle of Wight, over 100 years ago. And it was discovered and put here in this museum. I'm not sure what kind of dinosaur this is. Maybe someone can help me also. The museum itself is broken down into four zones, four different zones: red, blue, green and orange. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to go into the dinosaur zone now and have a look. There's so much to see. Walk with me. Let's go. So this first section here that I'm in, this section is dedicated to mammals. This here is called a wolverine, and apparently it's native to the Arctic, basically. It actually feeds on reindeer, but in the summer has more of a varied diet as well. It's just very interesting coming here because a lot of these historic animals look like animals of today, but some of them have very distinct features that are different. Some of them were bigger than what they are now and so on. But it's just very interesting to see. So guys, as you can see behind me, I'm here in the gallery of mammals. And as you can see, these creatures are huge. These are the biggest creatures, I believe, some of the biggest creatures to have ever existed on this planet Earth. Behind me, as you can see, you've got some elephants there. And you've got behind me like a massive whale. Is that a whale? Looks like a whale. And as you can see, going around the room is absolutely humongous. Absolutely massive. Even in here as well, behind me, you've got the world famous hippopotamus. Now, the nickname for hippo is actually known for being a quote-unquote seahorse. And it's believed by some that the hippo actually evolved from some other kind of creature previously to allow it to adapt to its current surroundings. Hippos actually live in the water, but they actually don't swim, they glide as well. Very cool fact about these hippos. When you look at some of the size of some of these skulls and teeth, it's amazing to think that what's out there, because I believe we've only actually explored about 5% of the world's oceans. When you think about it, think about how big it is. So it's amazing to think how big these creatures are or were, basically. It's actually very common for mammals like elephants to be poached and targeted for their tusks, which are then used for human consumption and then to be sold on the international markets. It is very illegal, but it is unfortunately very common also. Places like Kruger National Park in South Africa, also countries like Kenya, Sri Lanka, and a variety of places have put in campaigns to cut down and stop people poaching these wild animals. So guys, a bit of a fun fact. So until 1992, this museum was actually known as the British Museum. But to avoid confusion with the other British museum, which was in Holborn, this was actually renamed the National History Museum to avoid that. The British Museum as well is also cool as well, so get a chance to visit also. But this actually was known as the British Museum previously. So as you can see, this section here is in tribute to the various reptiles. And as you can see in front of me, I've got a king cobra, I've got a rattler, fatal fangs, sea snakes, and a variety of other species here. Guys, as you come up the stairs in the museum, you'll see this statue behind me, the statue of Charles Darwin. So, this museum has the largest collection of Darwin's work. He was a massive, massive researcher, and the museum has over 478 pages, I believe, of his work and research. It's really, really interesting. So come down and have a look. But this statue here has been there a very long time also. As with a lot of things in this country, the late Queen Elizabeth II laid down a plaque here in 1981 to celebrate the museum's 100th anniversary of existence. Here is a portrait of the man who created the museum, Mr. William Holman Hunt. As you can see, back in the 1800s, he lobbied very, very hard to have all the natural history specimens moved to a separate museum. So far, guys, I've covered the blue zone so far, and I'm making my way through the green zone as we speak, so there's still a lot to see. So sit back and enjoy. So guys, I've come through to the mineral section of the museum. So this is actually located on the green zone on the first floor as you go up the stairs. And in here there's a massive, massive variety of crystals, minerals and so on. Let's have a walk around and have a look as well. This room that I'm standing in has around 200 types of minerals with over 5,000 types of gems in this room. I believe this room dates back to about 1881, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Many of the minerals that you see in this exhibition were actually owned by this man behind me. His name was Thomas Allen. Thomas Allen in his time owned some of the most fantastic collections of minerals in the country, and some of them are still on display to this day in this room. So in this section, perfectly named the Vault, you'll see a variety of things like emeralds, as you can see here, just going along nicely. Right guys, I think this may or may not be my favourite part of the actual museum. It's definitely up there. I finished in this part, I'm going to walk through to the other side now and have a look and see what's around there. Let's have a look. Walk with me. Let's go. Behind me is the statue of Richard Owen, one of the founding fathers of this museum, who was here in 1881 when it opened. So, he was actually famous for being a very, very intelligent scientist and was a very, very strong researcher in fossils and so on, etc. He was the person who actually invented the term dinosaur, which means some kind of like lizard, basically. Also as well, it was him who was here on the day in 1881 when this was inaugurated. And all around this museum, you can see works and tributes dedicated to his life and his works also. As well, guys, you can become a member and patron of the museum. If you want to support the museum and its works or give donations or anything like that, you can become a patron. Patrons as well get certain benefits that normal visitors don't, such as exclusive access to certain parts of the museum as well. But it is a very, very good idea if you're into this kind of stuff. So guys, as you can see, this is the fossil section, basically. And as you can see, some of these fossils are what you call middle-age fossils, going back 250 years. The various ages of these fossils range from 65 to 250 million years old, which goes back to the times of the dinosaurs. guys, I'm never ever surprised by the amount of stuff in here. I mean, we've gone for the insects section now. I'm not a fan of creepy crawlies, if I'm honest with you, but it is a huge part of the museum, so have a look in this area. I think there's one more area for me to see. I think it's the red zone, I believe. I might be wrong. Let's go around there now and also have a look. Let's go. On one side of the room, on this side, you'll see very, very cool portraits. Like this one here of penguins somewhere. I don't know, this is somewhere in the North Atlantic, I believe. But really, really cool. Here is one of two owls, basically, neatly lined up on the wall. So guys, I have arrived in the bit I've been waiting for, my most favourite part of the museum. This bit, this cool bit. I remember coming here as a 10-year-old 20 years ago, going up that escalator. So I'm gonna go up there now, have a look in the red zone and see what's up there, see what's changed. So let's go. Section here is showing a list of all major earthquakes, I think since 2000. As you can see there, you can see a list of tectonic plates as well. Tectonic plates are the area of the earth where earthquakes are more likely to happen, where two plates rub underneath the ocean surface. Here you can see a list of quote-unquote volcano hotspots. A lot of it is actually around the Pacific, so like Hawaii, Tahiti, Cobb, etc. Because that area is known famously as the Pacific Ring of Fire. So guys, I've come into the earthquake zone, which is next to the volcano zone, and it's quite interesting because normally, historically, we only hear about the most famous earthquakes, such as the one in the Indian Ocean in 2004, we hear about the one in Haiti, and many others. But actually around the world, there are many, many smaller earthquakes that happen. Sometimes we don't even feel. So let's have a look around the area. Let's go. So these rooms are regarding the Earth's atmosphere, I believe, like gravity, etc. pretty much. Anybody fancy a trip to Hampshire or the Dorset coast? Maybe even the Lake District. So guys, behind me on display, they've got like a montage of all the rocks of Britain historically. Goes along the wall basically, pretty much. So as you can see, in Britain it goes back thousands and thousands of years. That is it guys for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. I've got many more videos coming soon. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment, give me some feedback, and I will see you on the next video. Don't forget to walk with me. Let's go.